I started bartending, I just wanted a better job. I used to work at Home Depot and not my thing.
I bartend for money so I can get through college.
On my first bartending shift, I kind of got thrown into the water. They just put me out there and just told me to bartend.
I was at home and they called me and I had like no training. I didn't even know how to make the simplest of drinks. And then I came back to work and just threw me behind the bar.
I mean, personally, my biggest challenge would be, not to be rude, but the people. Just because you meet so many different personalities, so just being able to adapt and keep like a good face on the whole time, because you are representing who you work for.
Knowing how to and not letting it get to you when people are just rude.
But you gotta make sure the money matters more than your emotions, so I guess that's helped me a lot, but I think that's the biggest challenge.
Worst experience would be probably someone like grabbing my ass while I was working the bar, and then I remember like going to tell the manager, and all of like the people who worked in the kitchen came out front and then like kicked him out. It's like some big thing.
There was a night my friend was keeping me company during my shift for late night, and there's a guy that's just like obviously making him feel uncomfortable, and the guy doesn't get the hint at all. But it makes him feel like so uncomfortable, like kind of like tries to start groping him, whatever. And it put me in a weird situation because both of them, well, one of them, the friend that was getting groped was my closer friend, but I knew the other guy. So I didn't want to be a direct asshole because I knew he was drunk. But it just got to a point where I was like, you have to get the fuck out of here. And so I ended up having to get like cops and managers involved. But the sad story does have a happy resolution, well, to me. So after he got escorted out, he like tried to fight the cops or whatever, but they tased him, and let's just say he did defecate on himself, which I thought was karma doing God's work at that moment, because out of all things that could have happened, I was like, that's what you get. That's what you get, you pervert. Like, I loved it, but that would definitely be the worst shift for me, because it like took me out of work mode, and I was like, you know. I used to doubt myself a lot, or my craft, or my abilities, or things that I could do, and just hearing like confirmation. There was like one night in particular where there was a lady who was just told me, she was like, you got this. She was asking me how long I've been working. I was like, barely a year. She was like, oh, you got this. And it just like instilled in me, I was like, oh, I can actually do this. I'm good at it. Like, stop doubting myself. But there's been like comments throughout my first year bartending at Soli that was just like further instilled in me that I was good at what I did, instead of it like put that self-doubt in my head to sleep.
The best experience would be getting tipped $600, and like I didn't even serve this guy, like he got like one drink, and yeah, and my dad told me to give it back, but I said no.
Main goal, me speaking personally, I feel like, I mean, obviously it is, I want to make the most money I can, but your customer service is what's gonna make you the most money. So I guess the most important thing is just making sure everyone's having a good time. Keep a smile on your face, yeah. My
advice to someone who wants to work as a bartender would be to like take it with a grain of salt. When people are rude, know how to deal with that. Confidence is key. You have to be in control of the situation, because ultimately you have the power. People are coming up to you for drinks or food if you're offering at that time or whatever, and so you hold the decision. Don't be intimidated by the customer, because you're in charge right then, because all you're doing is mixing liquid together. That's all. Know your basics, smile, have a conversation with someone, and you're good. It's a simple job.